Welcome to this new venture between Achasah and myself, Jevanni.
We're excited to bring you through the steps that everyone has taken on their journey, not just about business, but about personal life too.
No, it's gonna be a vibe, man. On this podcast, we talked about setting up a podcast for probably over a year,
too long.
Yeah,
long.
And it's funny because I feel like if it was 5 years ago, we would have probably set up. You've had a podcast before, and I've had one before, and the content was probably different to kind of what we're doing now, right?
Extremely different. So now we're more about substance, getting in depth, and helping people to tell their story, but so that they can help others too.
Yeah, inspiring people in Dubai and further afield, I think.
Exactly. And that brings us on to our first guest, who we are very excited to introduce. She is an absolutely amazing businesswoman in Dubai. She's helped myself personally and professionally. She's helped Jevanni, I'm sure personally and professionally too. Honestly, the names and brands that she works with is exceptional. She's gone from working in a career under someone else's business to working all by herself to now building a team. Honestly,
An empire,
and it's just growing and growing and growing. The list of brands that she has worked with is exceptional. The posts that she puts on her social media are literally inspiring. I send it to my marketing team all the time saying,
I think I've saved every single post. I'm like, save. Let me save. I've got a little folder. On Instagram you can save things. I've got little folders. It's like creative ideas. Save.
Oh, Tyra.
Yeah.
Oh. Just said her name. Anyway, on that note, we would like to introduce Tyra Shakil, the owner, founder, CEO,
boss
and
lady,
boss woman of Tyra Creative.
That intro was amazing.
Listen, that was I was trying to chime in. I was like, no, you got this.
Yeah. You did great, sweetie.
You smashed it.
Great.
Yeah.
That was a good intro. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, honestly.
Thank you for,
Couldn't have thought of a better first guest.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, literally, because obviously you've worked with us in both professional and personal capacity and stuff. So it makes sense, man, to have you on the podcast with us. When we get a guest on, ask a certain question, first question at the start. So you want to do it?
Yeah. The first question is, what has been the best part of your week so far?
What a lovely question. The best part of my week so far? The thing is, it's been a great week. So what do I narrow down to?
Well,
is there a highlight or anything of the week?
Highlight of the week.
Yeah. And by the way, it's only Wednesday, so it's great that you have so many good things already.
Highlight of the week. We just hired a new person.
Oi.
And she's lovely, and she's starting on Monday. So that's a highlight.
What role is she doing?
We just signed a new client.
That's another great highlight.
Yeah, that's another highlight. It's been a great week, guys.
That's fantastic.
No, that's good.
That is excellent news. So now you've hired another new person. How many people are on your team?
So now it will be 7.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice. I think before we kind of go into, obviously, it's evident that you've got a team and you're doing all you're doing and stuff. But I think before we do that, we should go back to baby Tyra.
Baby Tyra.
Yeah, young Tyra.
Obviously,
I'm still small.
For people, there's going to be people watching this that know who you are, and some that don't know who you are. But for me personally, I want to know what baby Tyra was like. Was she creative? Did that come at a certain stage? And how did she navigate?
Baby Tyra. So when I can remember, because, baby, okay, so school? What should we go, school?
Yeah. Or when you maybe started to find your creative flair through school, through childhood.
Okay, so I've always been intrigued by creative stuff. So let me just narrow it down for you. In school, I was the girl that everyone said, Tyra, can you do the bubble writing on my front of my book?
I love that.
Do you remember in school when you have you put your name on the front? So they'd be like, oh, Tyra, can you do it? Because my handwriting was good, and can you write the bubble writing? And and also as well, I didn't really like the academic side of it, in school. I'd lose interest in maths and English and science, and I actually just didn't care. I didn't like it. When it comes to art, design tech, I was full force.
Fantastic.
My whole heart went into it. If it was a little small project, I'd be on it.
Yeah.
So I just remember being in school, and I always remember this one thing. There was, we had to draw something each for an art project, and you could pick your thing, and I picked a Nike trainer.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, and I was like, I want to draw this. He was like, a trainer? Okay, you can draw it. And I just remember looking forward to going to class that session to finish that piece of work.
I love that.
I just love drawing. I was a creative one. I just took detail. So I'd take more detail in my English book, how the page looked instead of the actual content.
Yeah.
So it was like, my spelling was really bad, but I'd put like little hearts in the corner. I'd make a frame on the page.
Oh man.
And I'd rub it out if it wasn't neat. Like I was just so like, that just made me happy.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And so like, did you know from like early that your calling was kind of in the creative space, or did you ever at one point like feel like you were aspiring to go down like, for example, like a corporate route or anything?
Do you know what? These are really good questions because I actually haven't thought about this kind of stuff. So this is like fresh.
Yeah.
I always knew I liked art. I wanted to do something creative and like nothing. Like when someone said, what do you want to be when you grow older? So I just want to like draw, like drawing. Yeah. I didn't want to be like a scientist or a doctor. I didn't care for that stuff. I just wanted to draw. It just made me happy. Yeah. But when I chose my modules, I picked design, tech and art, which was like hands down. And I had to pick the others, didn't I?
Do you ever take time out to just draw now?
No, I don't. I don't.
Please that baby Tyra.
That
made you fall in love with the career you have now.
Yeah. I'm actually going to go home and draw.
Yeah.
Oh, send us a picture.
Yeah, send us it,
I'm probably shit at it now. I'm like, no, that trainer's dead. I'm not doing that.
Good try.
So like with like school, you obviously like you're from the UK, born in the UK and stuff, and then you, I'm guessing, did school in the UK, but then you came to school in Dubai as well, right?
Yes, I moved to Dubai in 2007.
Okay, wow. So you've been there.
There's a laughing joke in Dubai. Tyra was here before the marina.
Yeah.
I actually was. Yeah. When I first came to Dubai, the marina wasn't built. Burj Khalifa wasn't here. I remember there's a Dunkin' Donuts in Marina on the corner, and they were building the walk. That's when I first came to Dubai.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what was it there before? What was there?
The marina, like the boats and stuff were there, like the actual marina bit, but the whole marina walk and the shops, like they were just being built. But do you know the corner bit by the there's an ATM. I think now it's the Basket and Robbins.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That used to be a Dunkin' Donuts. And I used to live just there.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so we moved to Marina when I first came.
Oh, and then you moved to JLT.
Then I went to JLT.
Now you live out.
Now I'm like away from,
That's mad. So like when you first came.
So 2007, I was in year 9. Year 9?
So you got to experience secondary school in the UK and in Dubai. So what was the difference like there, especially for your creativity? Because different schools can be very different.
Do you know what? It was a massive culture shock. Like I got slapped in the face. I did not expect it. The thing is, if you'd asked me a couple of years ago about my experience in Dubai at school to now, I think I'm just a little bit older and wiser. So my answer is going to be different. I would have said 2 years ago, I hated it, it's horrible, everyone was this, everyone was that. But now I'm actually looking at it, I was just a little kid. And when you're 14, was I 14 in year 9? 14?
13, 14.
Your priorities are wrong.
Yeah.
You're 14, you're in year 9, you want to be around your mates.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't care about lessons, you don't care about your education, you're a little bit naive, you're a bit stupid. So in year 9, I had my crew in the UK. I had to, imagine being in year 9, you have your crew, you love school, you have your friends, your house is around the corner, you play out after school, then you move to a whole different country. So I remember going to school and it was new people, completely different. Don't forget, I'm from Coventry. So I went to a public school in Coventry.
Yeah.
Then I came to Dubai, which is back in the UK, it's like a private school.
Yeah.
So it was a massive culture shock. Yeah.
How was your household around that time? Because I remember myself in year 9. And if my mom dragged me away from my friends, I don't know how I would be reacting.
Do you know what? I was really up for moving to Dubai. My dad came here first because he got a job. Then I was all up for it. But when I came here, I didn't like it. Not because of the school. I was young and silly and my priorities were wrong. I had my friends back home. You know, like I just missed out on just...
So
must have been a culture shock, innit?
Yeah, it was. It was a massive culture shock. It was.
So then did you stay in Dubai or did you go back home again?
So I decided to go back to the UK after 6 months to do school in the UK because I just didn't like it. I missed my friends. So I went back to the UK and lived with my nan and then completed my education in the UK.
Did you go back to the same school?
Yeah. So funny thing is, my school that I went back to, you know when you can't go back to school because you have to go back into your academic year?
Yeah.
So they wouldn't accept me back.
Oh. No, you left, you can't come, sorry.
So I had to go and appeal to the courts.
Oh, mad.
To get back into my school. I went by myself and I appealed.
Early signs of the boss lady, you know.
At 13 years old.
I want to get back into school. I like Foxford. I want to be here because Foxford School in the UK when I went to has a massive arts and performance section. Like they're one of the biggest. And I loved the school.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to go back. I had to fill out the form why I wanted to go back. So I ended up going back into school, lived with my nan, and then completed my education there.
Is that including uni?
Yeah, so I finished school, went to college, did graphic design in college.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Graphic design, did like a little marketing course in college. Then I went from college to university. But I didn't actually qualify to get into university because you have to have UCAS points.
Yeah.
Now, Tyra doesn't like English, maths and science. Tyra likes to draw. So I actually didn't get into university my first year from college. I'd failed my A-levels and my UCAS points didn't add up. So I had to stay and do it again.
Oh, okay.
Because I got A stars in like art and design. Come to English, no.
Yeah.
Absolute. Shakespeare wasn't for me. No. So I actually went back, stayed, did another extra year and then pushed myself and just about got a C to get my UCAS points and I got into university.
Amazing story.
That's a bit mad though when you deep it because it's like, look at what you like. I mean, we're going to get onto like what you've achieved and stuff, how the system is set up in a way that like, just because, you know, like you might not be good at English in terms of like remembering how to answer a question in a certain way. Like,
back in my day, because we're getting on now, being a creative wasn't like a career.
Yeah.
Like if you were good at drawing or good at like ideas or thinking of creative things,
there was no career path for you.
No.
Yeah, what'd you do with that? Like, I actually liked graphic design. I wanted to make it more digital. Because what can I do? Like, that interests me, that module, these things interest me. So it wasn't really a thing of, like, there wasn't anything for us to do.
But do you know what's so interesting about the story and knowing you now in adulthood is that you've obviously been very resilient from a young age and you push through to get exactly what you want. And you won't stop, whether it's the school you want to go to, having to do something that you don't want to do to then get what you want, you're here to do it. And it's like, that's amazing in itself.
Yeah. I think if I really want something, Tyra will do it.
Yeah.
She'll go to the end. She will do anything to get it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on it. If I need to get it, I'm going.
And you're getting it.
Yeah.
when you did your uni in the UK and stuff, when did you come back to Dubai and like?
All right. So I completed uni. Then... Did I go? Yeah, so I finished university and I said, right, at the end of this, I'm going back to Dubai because where I'm from, Coventry, there's not really much, there's no agencies, there's no, it's a small little town. So if I wanted to be in a marketing agency or be a graphic designer in there, I'd have to move to like London, big cities, big agencies. But my parents are in Dubai. But I did miss out a big point. Even though I was in the UK, I'd be in Dubai every month.
Yeah, okay.
So they thought I was the rich kid from Dubai. Because I'd go back every month to Dubai, but little did know I had Sky Wars, Emirates, we were on like a family and friends live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we knew a pilot. So I was in Dubai, so I knew that my life is going to be in Dubai.
Yeah.
And the more I got older, the more I realised that. And also, when you're young, you don't be around your mum and dad, but when you get older, like I miss them. My family's in Dubai.
Yeah.
So completed uni, came to Dubai. Nobody would hire me.
Oh,
I swear.
Yeah.
even back then, when everyone thought...
I was qualified. I got a frigging BA honours in graphic design and marketing from university. I wore the hat, flew it in the sky, all that shit. Yeah. Nobody would take me. Do you know why?
Why?
They couldn't give an absolute shit about your degree. They want experience.
See, full circle, innit, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my portfolio was great, like the stuff that I did.
Yeah.
My CV was amazing, as in like the way I designed it and my skill set. My degree, but I hadn't had like, so where is this gap in university when you get your degree and then you go, like, what do these people do?
Yeah. Internships, free work.
Yeah.
It's not fair, really.
I got an internship in an agency in JLT, worked there for a bit, kind of tried to get my feet around agency life, completely different. Like, then I eventually got a job as a junior graphic designer at a agency, also in JLT. And I worked there for 2 years. Then that agency had to close. And the client of that agency was Solutions Leisure.
Okay.
I see.
So my old boss, Rob, he had to close the company, but he knew that I was really talented. So what he said, my new boss, Paul, and him knew each other.
Yeah.
He said, Tyra's good, have a chat with Tyra. Yeah, so I went to meet Paul at Solutions Leisure.
Fantastic.
And Solutions Leisure, just for people who don't know, what companies come under Solutions?
So Solutions Leisure is a big hospitality group in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
They have STK, Lock, Stock and Barrel, Papa's,
Ula.
They have so many.
Blended.
Asia.
Mad.
Like when I first joined them, we were just building Lock, Stock and Barrel.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Great company.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there I went to be a junior graphic designer at Solutions. And then, I worked.
How long were you with Solutions Leisure for until you decided, I'm going to start breaking away?
Years.
A long time then.
Solutions will always have a place in my heart. I love Solutions.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's honestly the best job I ever worked for in my life.
What was so good about it?
I learned so much. I got thrown into the deep end.
Yeah.
Like I started as a junior graphic designer and I left as head of design.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
In the space of 5 years.
Yeah.
And this is when you've just finished uni, so you're about 23?
Yeah, 23. So I finished uni, went there 2 years. Yeah, God, yeah, I'm old age, you know.
Yeah. Around that age.
And like when you were going like through that process and, getting promoted, etc., were you ever thinking like, one day I want to kind of have my own agency?
There was, so I always wanted, so when you're little and you used to watch films, you wouldn't know because it's like more chick flicks.
Yeah.
So do you remember those New York films where like the woman would, like a chick flick, and she'd walk into the magazine agency.
Yeah.
And she'd like walk in, it's all glass, and like she'd have a team, and she gets out of the taxi with a Starbucks, and she goes into this building, it's her agency, and it's you know what films were like 30 going on 30. I was like, one day I want to have that. I want to walk in with my Starbucks to a big agency. Like I knew one day I wanted that. It was my dream.
For your own agency rather than someone else's.
Yeah, for my own. I wanted to walk in with I don't know what it was, just for me. It was just a Starbucks, getting out of the taxi to go into my office. Something about that for me. I don't know what it is. I just wanted that.
Yeah.
What was the question? Sorry, you lost me.
Like, you always wanted that. So even before you went to Solutions, that was kind of like the goal for you?
Goal.
I never had in my mind, okay, I need to work here for this long, then leave and do my own thing. I was still a little bit naive. Like that was something that I dreamt of.
Yeah.
It wasn't like this is my goal and my set. I need a strategy to get here.
Yeah.
Because I really loved working there. So
Amazing.
Solutions was amazing. I started off as graphic, went to head of design because I got thrown into the deep end. Like they let me try new things. They were just like, Tyra, you do it. I'm like, okay,
Get
I'm
creative.
gonna do this.
Yeah.
And before you know it, I was helping them build concepts.
Amazing.
So like it was just I went from being a junior graphic designer sitting in the back head office to going into meetings with the owners and even flying to like Paris to look at concepts to bring them to Dubai.
Yeah.
Sitting with head office, sitting with the CEOs in the office, and my opinion mattered. They think, Tyra, what do you think? And I think, oh, me? Yeah. So yeah. And then it became more of a, what does Tyra think?
How did that have an impact on your confidence as a graphic designer, as a young woman even, and a graphic designer?
Do you know what it was? I have never been insecure with my work. Like I know I'm really good at my job.
Yeah.
And I knew that at Solutions. A bit cheeky because I knew
Can
a bit
be.
young and silly and a bit of attitude.
Yeah.
But I knew I was good at my job, and I knew that if it's creative, I can do it.
Yeah.
So there was never really
You knew you were supposed to be in that room.
I knew I was meant to be in that room.
So have you ever had like imposter syndrome or anything at all? Like,
Do you know what? Explain imposter syndrome to me, because this has been coming up a lot recently, and I'm a little bit confused.
So like for me,
because I've heard different opinions of it.
Yeah.
So my interpretation of imposter syndrome is where like you deserve to be somewhere and you're there, but at the same time, sometimes you don't quite feel it. So like, for example, like me with DJing and stuff, sometimes I know like what I've done and what I've achieved in my career as a DJ or whatever, but sometimes it's like, I'm mixing and I'm like, oh, actually, are people having a good time? Like, am I actually, sometimes you almost doubt yourself a little bit kind of thing. And you feel like you start second guessing whether or not actually it should be someone else instead of you, if that makes sense.
It's like negative self-doubt, self-belief.
Within work.
Within yourself. Whether, obviously, we're talking about work now, but wherever it might lay, where you're talking negatively to yourself, having that.
So like, have I ever felt like I shouldn't be doing this? No, I don't feel. No.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's
So obviously we get to that stage now in Tyra's world where she's at Solutions Leisure, she's having fun, she's enjoying Dubai at the same time.
Yeah.
So How did you then?
Dubai's lit.
Dubai is lit.
Dubai's lit.
You must have been getting them complimentary stuff as well with solutions.
Exactly.
As well, like
do you know what it was?
Cheeky roast on a Sunday, STK.
Yeah. Do you know what it was? Working in F&B in Dubai is, honestly, if you get to work in F&B industry in Dubai, do it. It is the most amazing experience. The fun, the networking, F&B in Dubai is lit, hands down.
Fantastic.
People are amazing. The networking, it's like, free dinners, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
So going from loving life at Solutions Leisure, obviously now you're a big boss woman. There's this gap in between that we want to explore. So Tyra used to have the name Turn Up Tyra.
Turn up.
We all know Turn Up Tyra. I met Tyra as Turn Up Tyra.
Same.
Turn Up Tyra is a lot of fun. Boss Lady Tyra
Turn Up Tyra is lit.
also a lot of fun. Turn Up Tyra is a different kind of fun.
it's not getting comfortable, you see?
Turn up, she had the Hennessy bottle.
Exactly. She has the Hennessy. She knows where to go. She knows the best places. She's got all the best connections. And you still know all of these things. It's just a little bit different. So I'm interested to know, how did you balance from Solutions Leisure? I think you were doing a few like odd jobs on the side. You would make people logos. You were everyone's kind of go-to within the UK scene at least, and I'm sure externally as well. And Turn Up Tyra. So that's like 3 major things you're juggling. Also, family is very important to you. So you spend a lot of time with your mum and your dad, and obviously the kids when they're here, or your cousins. Juggling all of these things, how did you do it?
I have no idea.
Do you feel like the Turn Up Tyra, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but Turn Up Tyra in terms of, I guess, responsibility and, you know, other things, like the priority list might have been a bit different back then. So perhaps then for you, it wasn't really a juggling thing, but it was more kind of just like, yo, I'm in enjoyment mode kind of thing. And then other stuff might have been secondary, I don't know.
Turn Up Tyra was amazing. And how I juggled it, first question. I just think when you're younger, you have more energy. Like you can go on, you can handle a hangover. I can go into work hungover and still get the job done. I just loved it. And I love people. So going to work, my work's amazing, and going out. Life's lit. Like it was just lit. I don't regret any of it.
Yeah.
Like
had a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun. But
And you met probably quite a lot of like cool people as well in that.
Yeah, so I met a lot of people when I was out.
Yeah.
Are we on Turn Up Tyra as a subject, or we go transitioning from Solutions to Turn Up Tyra? Because Turn Up Tyra has only been gone like a year. She passed away last year.
Let's ponder on Turn Up Tyra just for a little bit. You know, if you want to share any stories or anything.
Do you know what? This Turn Up Tyra to Tyra the Boss is like this is going to get.
It's a 360 moment, I think. And I feel very privileged to have been on front lines watching you go through the experience and cheering you on with whatever you wanted to do.
From an outsider, what did you, Turn Up Tyra to you, who was she?
Someone that just wanted to have a lot of fun. Someone that cared about having fun, and that was her priority, really. And work was there. She was lit at her job. So that was something that she could be proud of. Not in a show-off way, but in a, this is what I do. If you want my help, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you have fun, and I'm here to help you build your business and be your cheerleader and make your logo and your brand deck and all of this, whatever you need. And do both at the same time if needed, you know?
Yeah. What was the question again?
Juggling it all.
Juggling was hard. Yeah, I was tired. And my work was great. But it could have been better. Turn Up Tyra does have that effect on my work. I was still, I never let it take over the work. I had a really good balance. So I worked really hard. In my head back then was, right, Monday to Friday, I work hard, because don't forget I was doing solutions, and I was coming home and doing little projects on the side. Then Friday, Saturday is like, I'm exhausted. What do I do? Let's go out.
Hennessy.
Woo, Friday night, brunch, woo, Dubai, woo, Cove Beach, blah, blah. I'm outside. Monday comes again.
Inside.
On the
I
grind.
had a very good balance. I had my priorities straight. I would never delay work because I was hungover. No, my work always come first. Turn Up Tyra was celebrating Tyra working. That was that transition.
Yeah.
So that was the way you blew off steam.
Yes. But what I will admit is Turn Up Tyra was lost.
Lost how?
Do you know what it was? I always knew that who I was as in my work, my career. I'm saying we haven't gone on to Tyra Creative yet, so I'll get there. But I didn't really know who Tyra Shakil was. What do I like? you know. And also, you're in your 20s, you go and find out different friends and you hang around, you do try different things. And Dubai is a lit lifestyle. Like, it's easy to make friends with people that know this people, and then you get invited here and you do that, and you get lost in the sauce a little bit. I was lost in the sauce a little bit.
Yeah.
I was a little like, you want to come out? And my intentions are pure. Like, I want to make friends. I love people. You always see me chat to random people in the toilet. I make friends with everyone. Like, where's Tyra? I'm probably making a friend. Like, that was me. So I just enjoyed the people. But I was a little bit lost.
Yeah.
And then,
100%.
And like, how long did that period of lost last? Like, when
10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
So how did you like climb out of that then? And,
what made you realise that you were lost? Point? Because I'm sure when Turn Up Tyra was in Drink...
We're still on Turn Up Tyra and Solutions. So we're going to...
Okay, Turn Up... Oh, we're going into Turn Up Tyra and having Tyra Creative.
Yeah, because Turn Up Tyra lasted through both periods.
So how did you manage to have Turn Up Tyra as your kind of alias, your fun, at the same time as being like, you know what, I'm going to break away from Solutions Leisure and do my own thing? How did that work?
So... the moment I realised I wanted my own agency was when I felt like I couldn't go any further. Like, you've got enough of me. There's no much more I can give you. Also, being a creative and in the F&B industry, there's only so much you can do. I want to work with different brands, beauty. I want to try different things. Like, you know, I just my time had come. So when I told them I'm leaving, they supported me 100%.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I'm going off to start my own dream. He even posted it on his story the day I left. He posted my first little logo because I did it, and he posted it. So... they supported me. So, but to be fair though, when I left Solutions and started Tyra Creative, I did calm down a lot. There was a year where I was inside. I was stressed. What do I do? Like, how do I build a business? Like, my head was in books, and I started to get in my entrepreneur bag. But still, the partying was there, but less. I wasn't going like 6 days a week, twice a week. A lot. I was in my entrepreneur bag, like trying to learn, trying to become better. Like, I was literally threw myself in the deep end. Yeah.
So, like, do you know that whole like transition of going from, you know, like working for someone to, you know, eventually setting up and doing your own thing? You mentioned that you had like a couple projects on the side and stuff. Like, do you think that that's an important thing? Because there's going to be people listening to this podcast who, you know, they might be in employment at the moment and might be, you know, aspiring to do their own thing and stuff. Some people, like, I know people that have just like, they've quit their job and then they just jump into whatever it is they're trying to do. Whereas some people, you know, they prefer to kind of take a more like calculated approach and, you know, build things up on the side and stuff. Like, for you, do you feel like you were doing that on the side then, building things up?
Do you know what? I'm going to say that if you're going to do that, you must enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it.
Yeah.
Because I loved coming home from work and making a logo or designing a brand Bible or picking fonts for a new salon. I enjoyed it. I came home and sat in my room and did it. Whereas if it feels like oh God, right, I've got to come home from a 9 to 5 and I've got a business to run. How am I going to do this? And I can't think of it. And is this going to work? And you self-doubt. Like, for me, it was just, I never had that. I just liked coming home and making logos. That's all it was. That's just me being completely honest with you. I didn't feel like it was work. I didn't feel like I was overworked. I just enjoyed it.
It's very natural.
It was very natural for me. I left because I wanted more. Like, there was no like plan or like, okay, this and this. Like, it was just like, right, I know I can do this. I love what I do. I can do this alone.
Yeah. And then you can just focus on that solely rather than, you know, kind of. Yeah. I hear that.
Yeah.
So then when you started to have Tyra Creative and you had your flow and you understood a bit more and Turn Up Tyra started coming out a bit more, how did you then juggle? Because it was just you at the beginning.
Yeah.
So everything falls on you.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing, you know?
So work has always been a priority. And it was the same thing. Tyra Creative, working my ass off, working late, whatever, but then steam. Blow off. Like, I'd be in my office till like 4 o'clock in the morning, finishing deadlines, doing like 13 projects. I was actually running an agency by myself. In my office. You've been to the TC studio, the original TC studio in my house. You remember
exactly,
it? Yeah.
Very cute.
People used to call me and be like, where are you? I'm like, TC Studios making bangers.
You've got grime playing, you've got the screens.
I've got grime on, I've got the screens on. Everyone's coming down to see me like, oh, I need a flyer doing, then come to my house. It was lit. But then Friday comes, switch off, mode. Get outside, let's go, let's party. But
I know for myself, having a small business, when I want something from my designers, I'm messaging them at all hours. I don't necessarily expect them to respond straight away, but like, I do want them to respond straight away. So I'm sure while you were having Turn Up Tyra time, you would have had some clients messaging you on the weekend. You might have had a few drinks or being a bit hungover. How did you then manage that?
That was hard. Yeah, my phone was nonstop. And to one point, like my friends and family was like, "Can you get off your phone?"
Yeah.
And I wasn't scrolling. I was replying to people, emails. It was crazy. It was absolute mayhem. I was stressed. I was tired. I didn't eat properly. I didn't sleep properly. I had vitamin deficiency. It was horrible. Like absolutely horrible because of the Turn Up Tyra.
Yeah.
It's actually mad because like even I've probably messaged you like on a Sunday or something. Do you know what I mean?
And I always reply.
There's no boundaries. Like, it's like,
there's no boundaries.
But it's also how you condition people. And also as well, a lot of my network and how I became clients were my friends.
Yeah.
So now it's a bit different. We'll get onto that. But it was really hard. I was doing really well as me, and then I had the second person join me, and I was doing really well. It was doing great. Turn Up Tyra was still there. Tyra Creator was getting better, and we were getting more clients, and it was great. But it wasn't the best.
How did you feel at that time when you were balancing Turn Up Tyra and Tyra Creative? At that point,
exhausted.
Did you think at that point you were starting to realise Turn Up Tyra was lost, or?
I realised that I always knew who Tyra Creative was. I never knew who Tyra Shakil was.
But at what point did you realise that?
Last year.
So when Turn Up Tyra was gone? Or
no, so Turn Up Tyra was around since last year. So last year, I faced a few things where I thought, you know what? I have some deep issues inside me, like what's going on? So I started therapy. Then obviously, therapy
brings it out.
Unpacks it all, yeah.
It's like you cut yourself when you're 9.
Yeah.
You put the plaster on, it gets all soggy. And then you pick it off and then it's new again.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah. Hurts a lot.
Ouch. Yeah. The plaster's gone, it's all open, there's blood everywhere. It's mad.
Yeah.
So that happened to me last year. I had to dig deep into some self issues.
Yeah.
During that process, I decided to a lot of the things were self-confidence in myself. As a woman, we all have insecurities of our body shapes. I was very self-conscious. My weight, I always thought, I'm overweight, don't like how I am, which when I actually dug deeper, Turn Up Tyra was escaping Tyra.
Yeah. And it's mad that you say that because like from the outside looking in, like I would never have thought that, you were like, you had these self-doubts because, you were confident, you were like outgoing, you were out there, you know what I mean? So it's, and
I needed the drink. I needed a pre-drink. We're going to the club. I need pre-drink. I'm going to walk in, Turn Up Tyra, say hi to everyone, greet the DJ.
Yeah.
Names getting shouted out on the mic. Tyra's in. Greeting every single person on the table.
Yeah.
Deep down, she was escaping. She was insecure. Yeah. Didn't like my body. Didn't like where I dressed. I got changed. Before I left the house, I got changed 4 or 5 times. I'd even say to you, like, I feel horrible. Like, what should I wear? Like, it was horrible. Like, and that was what I had to go through in therapy to get over because it was, and I realized a lot of the escapism in the club and the alcohol was because of that.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, this can't run anymore. Tyra Shakil, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So therapy, thought, you know what? I need something to I need to get banged in the face.
Yeah.
Nice.
I need a big fat slap.
I need a bang in the face.
Yeah.
So I banged myself in the face last year and I decided, right, what can I do? What can I do? So I started 75 Hard.
Yeah, you made me do it with you. It was a lot.
Started that.
Yeah.
Went to the gym. Started eating clean. So 75 Hard is 2 workouts a day, 1 gallon of water a day, 10 pages of reading, and the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. So by the day 22, it was really hard. I thought, I can't do this. Like, this is horrible. But I think because I pushed myself and I knew that I didn't want to be that person anymore.
And you had support around you, like your cousins were doing it too.
Yeah, my cousins were there with me. I was meeting friends for walks in the evening.
Yeah.
You were there. So there's a lot of support around me. Like, I wanted to give up, but you kind of no. So I actually finished 75 Hard and I've never turned back.
Do you know what? There was a turning point that I just want to highlight. You called me one day and you were really upset and some things had happened. But it was after you had kind of dealt with it and you said, oh, I just went to the gym. I said, huh? I said, wait. Let's just stop you there because Turn Up Tyra, if something's going on, she'll go to Hennessy, she'll go out, she'll be like, come, let's go out. I need to get out of the house or whatever it is. You wouldn't even necessarily say what's going on, but Turn Up Tyra wants to go out and turn up.
Yep.
Tyra Shakil is upset, is going through something, needs to regulate her emotions. She went to the gym by herself before telling anyone that something's going on, worked it off, and then called to talk about it in an emotionally rational manner.
Yeah.
I said, can we just take a moment to actually say, well done? Because you didn't even notice it yourself. And I was like, wow, that's an amazing turnaround.
Yeah.
And was that moment like during the 75 or was that like after the 75?
I think so. I think it was like 50, 60 days in.
Yeah.
It was definitely hot in the summer.
Yeah, it was
around
hot.
this time last year.
Yeah.
I found a lot of peace in the gym. And I found myself in the gym. And gym became my therapy. It became my happy place. It also became my safe space. Because I never ever walked out the gym feeling sad.
That's amazing.
No.
I could go in with stress from work. I could go in from personal stuff, from therapy, whatever I went through. And I walked out the gym really happy and felt good. And do
you still feel like that now when you leave the gym? Fantastic.
Yeah, and I've also lost 25 kg. Just put it in there.
Listen, so the first time I remember, because I don't think I saw you until like after the 75 hard. I think like I think you might have come out to one of the events or something. Like this is when we were like one of your clients. And then I think you were coming down to check on it and stuff. And then I just remember like, and I was like, is that Tyra? Like, you know what I mean? The transition, like, you know.
Do you know what it is? The first time out, because I literally completely stopped partying. So that 75 hard was a challenge for myself. I need a challenge.
Yeah.
I need to fix myself. But because I enjoyed it so much and the person that I started to become, I didn't want to go back out.
Yeah.
It wasn't it's the last day 75 hard, let's go out.
Yeah.
It was I'm on to phase 1.
Yeah.
So I actually came out to that night and I was sober.
Yeah.
And I only came because it was work. We had you as a client, we had to get some content.
Yeah.
But I remember walking in, everyone was like, raw. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Because I can't lie, because like I'd heard of 75 hard and stuff, and like I had a friend that was doing it, but the timing that he wanted to do it didn't really work for me because it was like it would have fallen over Christmas, and I was like Christmas Day, like come on, like. But then, but like I do know that like seeing the transition that you went on, that's what kind of motivated me to do it myself in January and stuff, like because like I saw like you said, turn up Tyra, Hennessy, you know, drinks, etc. To like I'm like saying, oh, what drink do you want? You're like, oh, I'm good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, well done, man.
It's been a journey. Like the 75 hard really has changed my life. I don't want to go back outside. I am still sober a year later and I won't be drinking. I don't want to drink. Not just because I'm just against it. I don't need to escape from anything anymore.
That's amazing. That is such a lovely thing to hear come out.
Like I don't need to escape. I'm happy, I'm content.
Yeah.
I can go to the club and not drink. I can go for dinner with my friends and not drink. I don't want to.
So do you feel like now you're stepping into Tyra Shakil?
I love Tyra Shakil. Tyra Shakil didn't like Tyra.
Yeah.
I didn't like myself for 10 years. I didn't know who I was. I was lost. I didn't like myself. I actually think the last year and a half, like I really have fallen in love with myself because I've learned myself. I'm still learning myself.
What advice would you give to some people who may be feeling a bit lost right now or who are starting to find themselves? Because I'm sure, as you know, when you start the healing journey and self-development, you realize that this is a never-ending journey.
No, I'm still learning today.
Yeah. So what advice would you give other people who are starting their journey or still on their journey?
I think do what makes you happy and do what you want to do. And don't take advice from people that haven't done it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a big one for me. Like, be around the right people. Be around the right people. Be around someone. If you want to say, I want to stop drinking, I want to go to the gym, I don't want to come out tonight because I've got a gym at 6 o'clock in the morning. Be around friends that say, nah, cool, it's fine. Not around, you're boring.
Yeah.
What you say, nah, you're dead. Like, what are you doing? 6 a.m. it's Friday night, come, let's go. Be around people that support you and want you to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's really about your surroundings, also yourself as well. But yeah, that's right.
Yeah, love that. And you know, on the whole therapy thing, like when you went through that process of going to therapy, did you find it hard to initially like when was the moment when you was like, yeah, I need to get myself checked out? Like, did you find it hard to kind of actually take that step, or like was there someone that was encouraging you to kind of do it? Or
yeah, I just think you know what it is? I didn't like who I was. I think I was hurting a lot of people with my mouth.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't really emotionally intelligent. Obviously I was still, but I think I reacted at stupid things. I said stupid things. I did stupid things because I let my emotions take over me. But that's just all based on, that's my defense mechanism. That's like self-sabotage. It's me. Like, That's not your fault. Like the poor people that was horrible to, it's not nice.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I was a horrible person, but I just thought like I can't do this to people and I've got to look within. So I need to go therapy. Like this is, and I didn't realize how much I was until I went to therapy.
Yeah.
No, nice, man. You know, on the TC, obviously TC Creative, you know, you talked off like your first studio, etc. And you when you left Solutions Legends, you went through that process of setting up a business, etc. Was that easy to set up a business in Dubai? Because like I know in the UK you can set up a business for like £20. In Dubai, obviously, there's a bigger financial hurdle, etc.
So let me go back and then I'll get to there. So the last year of me doing 75 Hard, I went from just being me in Tyra Creative and one person to now our full office, a full team, still hiring and still expanding. That whole transition was crazy.
Yeah.
Like everyone's thinking, wow, Tyra looks great. She don't drink anymore, she don't go out. No, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I had to, like mainland licenses, visas, medical, like going from one person to I'm a full company. Sometimes I'm like, whoa. Whoa, what is happening? Whoa. I say to Sarah sometimes, I'm like, whoa, what's happening?
Salaries and
it's mad.
How did Tyra Shakil have an impact on building your team? Because do you think Turn Up Tyra could have done that?
No. So the minute let me just be honest and be really honest here. The minute I stopped drinking, the minute I stopped hanging around with certain people, the minute I changed my habits, I accomplished this.
Yeah.
1 year.
In a year.
Yeah.
So Tyra Creative outside Turn Up Tyra was doing bits. She was great. Yeah. But Turn Up Tyra went, Tyra Creative, the empire started. Like the expansion, the focus. I was focused, ready to attack. Right, this is what I'm going to do. This is who I am. This is what I love. This is my passion. And that's when I kind of flourished.
Yeah.
When I stopped nothing against good drinking and going to a party and everyone each to their own. But for me, no.
Yeah.
It's got to go.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Interesting.
But also, when you become a leader of a company, when you become someone that you want to expand, do you want to look up to your boss who's Turn Up Tyra? No.
Who's drinking all the time.
You have to set an example,
out on the weekend, who's exhausted on a Monday because she went out Saturday. She's on the brunch flyer. She's in the promo video.
Like that wasn't me. That's what I'm going to say. It wasn't me.
Giovanni put Tyra on the brunch flyer, everyone just...
No. So I went to brunch a few months ago for 45 minutes because it was someone's birthday.
Yeah.
And I wanted to just go there. I was there for 45 minutes. The next week, why am I on the flyer?
Ask the photographer.
Yeah.
Why am I on the flyer?
Obviously as well. Okay, so now you have all of your employees. You've transitioned from Turn Up Tyra to Tyra Creative, Tyra Shakil. There's a great transition process that's happened here. But obviously, you know, like we can't just blame alcohol for how we might have been beforehand. And we have like our personality traits and also our patterns of behavior and all things like that. So sometimes we can have a short fuse. Sometimes we have more patience. How has it been adapting and being this leader of a company now? And how have you managed to transition into being a leader from it just being Tyra Creative, from letting go of control, giving things to your employees, to also managing them when they're not necessarily falling in line?
So a big part of being a good leader and doing that is to do self-development. It all comes from within. Being more patient and being a good leader all comes from you working on yourself. If for you, not just for your business. So learning to become more emotionally intelligent, that plays a big part in my role as a boss and as the owner of the company, because I have to be emotional. I can't react on emotion when something goes wrong in the company.
Yeah.
I can't shout and scream at you and I can't tell you off from emotion. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Like, I'm being real.
Yeah.
So me working on myself and my reactions and me as a person and thinking of different ways to deal with situations rather than how the old Tyra would, has impacted who I am today.
Yeah.
Like I say to my team sometimes, like, you have the person I am today is so different. A whole year ago, I would not have reacted to this a year ago like that. Like sometimes I walk out like, and I went to myself, I'm like,
well done.
Yeah, pat on the back. Yeah.
You deserve it.
And if I need to have that moment of, because I'm human, that explosion, I'll just go to the toilet and scream.
Yeah.
Cry. I go in my car, I cry and I'll come back.
Have you ever
sitting there, so I don't know that.
Have you ever like lost it on any of your like employees or anything?
Like badly?
Switched or, you know, like...
Reacted in a way that you're not proud of or would prefer not to in future?
I don't think I've done anything mad, like really out of this line. But I've done a few things where I think maybe I should have been a bit softer with that.
Yeah.
Like, but I haven't, I'd like to think I haven't.
Yeah.
She's shaking her head.
She's like,
No, I'm not that boss that shouts at you when you do something wrong.
Yeah.
Because one of the main reasons why I wanted my own company was to make sure people feel free and safe.
Yeah.
And treated the same. Company culture for me is a massive thing.
Sorry, let's just check. Do you feel free and safe? Okay, fantastic.
I guess as well, because like if they're scared, they're not going to be able to produce their best work, are they? Like,
if your teacher says, Tyra, you did something really wrong today, but you can be better at this.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, yes, miss, you're right. Why are you shouting? Shouting gets you nowhere.
Yeah.
And also, we are humans. We make mistakes. I say this every day in Tyra Creative. It's okay if you make a mistake. For me, be accountable. Accountability is key. If you're not accountable, you got to go.
Yeah.
If you made a mistake, it's okay.
If you make the mistake 3 times. No, that's good. I really do believe that humans need to be nurtured. So it's really nice that you've built a company where your employees can feel nurtured and be more creative.
Yeah. I don't want us to like gloss over what you've achieved as well. Like you said, you know, because it's one thing coming to Dubai and setting up a free zone company. Obviously, you've said mainland company, and then you've talked about visas, and then there's probably like stuff like VAT and all of this sort of stuff. Like you know, people like that are listening to this podcast might be like, "Yo, how did you do that?" Like, you know, and so I think we have to take our hats off to you for achieving that. But like, what would you like advise? Like, what advice would you give to someone like, say, like you, like 4 years ago, that's trying to set up her own?
Do you know what? That's a really good question, and I wish there was someone like me talking now to tell me how to do this, because I absolutely winged it.
Yeah.
I learned and lost a lot of money by doing it the wrong way. So when you're starting a company, think about long term. Where do you want to go? How do you see yourself growing? Because that will affect the license you choose. Yeah. And what you're going to do with it. I wasn't to know. I was drawn into one of those. You can buy your license now for 7,000 dirhams, free zone. You know, it's cheap. Yeah. I bought into that, and I got bumped. And the more and more I wanted to add a visa, and I grew renewals, more and more staff. It just became absolutely ridiculous. And if I wanted to get an office, obviously, you know, free zone. But free zone does work for some people. What I'm saying is basically depending on you as a person and what you want to achieve. Yeah. If you're looking to build and expand, have an office, have a team, build an empire, like really look at your options, I would suggest going mainland. Because if you are going to add more employees and more people, you've got a bit more flexibility. I would hire a PRO, a personal one. I have a great guy if you need him. Absolutely amazing. Yeah. Hire a PRO. Yeah. Don't try and do it yourself. And even though it sounds like 25K for a license, I can go there for 7K. No.
They get you. Like,
They get you in different
70K
areas.
down.
Yeah.
Renewal fee's not, you know what I mean? 70K get you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
but I'm also open to help people with this as well. So if they want to ask me questions about that, I'm happy to give you my PRO. He's absolutely amazing. Medical as well. And also as well in Dubai, when you hire staff, you need to give them visa and medical suits straight away. Yeah. None of this, you're on a 3-month probation and then we'll give you a visa if we like you. You're illegal. It's illegal. Yeah. They have employee rights and they deserve to have medical and visa as soon as they start with your company. Yeah. And I'm very strict. I do everything by the book. Yeah. Because I want, like I said, safety in the company.
Want everyone to feel comfortable. So as you're obviously growing and expanding on your office space, expanding on the amount of employees you have, I'm sure you need to obviously bring in more revenue to be able to pay for everything. So how do you go about getting more clients and new clients?
Great question. So I've always had a very smart outlook on how to grow the business. I don't spend money I haven't got. So I make sure that I can do this before I do it. Yeah. So one of the biggest things I think people do when they start a business is they get a little bit successful and they scale too quickly. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm lit. I've just got to sign this and got that and that. Boom, fancy office, big big team, got myself a new car. You know what I mean? Like, you've hired 50 staff, you've got a great office, you're now on Instagram, it all looks great. No.
Yeah.
You scaled way too quickly. I built slowly because I didn't want to build on sand.
Yeah.
So I hired one person, settled them in, right, okay, now we need this, then we go there. Okay, now we need this, and then we go there. And I think the first 5 people you hire in your company are the most important. And
Why?
It's building a house. You build a house on sand, it's gonna fall.
Yeah.
Like, the first 5 people is the foundation of the company. So the more you build up, the foundation is set. If these 5 people are a weak link, if there's a weak link or a weak person or a weak team, it's all going to fall down. Because at the end of the day, these are the ones building the company. I might be the CEO and the boss, but the people around me right now are the ones that are going to build.
Yeah.
They're the ones with the new ideas. They're the ones holding my hand, each other's hand, and helping me build it.
Did you, on that, is this through experience? Did you like hire sort of like perhaps in the wrong way before? Or?
Hire quickly, fire faster.
Yeah.
Facts. I say it.
Yeah.
The way I know you, Tyra, you're a very nice person. You don't like conflict. So
You what?
You what?
You what?
So obviously with Tyra Creative being your baby, how did you find having to fire people? Like the first person that you fired, how did you find that experience?
Yeah, how did you manage
it? How did you, Tyra Shakil, cope with it, you know?
Okay, so there's 2 ways to go about this.
Yeah.
You want to go good about it? When you fire somebody, there's obviously reasons, but you should never make that person feel any less than what they are. Because that person might not just be the right fit for your company.
Yeah.
It's unfair to fire people disrespectfully. It's unfair to make them feel less. So what I'm trying to build is for people that want to go the extra mile, don't mind answering the phone at 9 o'clock at night, and don't mind going to do filming an advert on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
This is just a culture I build. This is what we want to do. This is what we need to do to be great. A person that can come to me that wants just a 9 to 5, which is also fine. You can have a 9 to 5 and go home and live a nice, peaceful life. That's fine. But that's just not for here.
Yeah.
So that person's just not for you. And when you fire somebody, you make sure you tell them all the good things about themselves before you fire them. Yeah? Say this, that, and the other. Because at the end of the day, getting fired, it's not a nice thing.
Yeah.
But you can't, that could really affect that person. Always leave on good terms.
Yeah.
No matter what. Always leave on good times, good times and times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my advice. Obviously, if it's real disrespect and someone's stole from you or something, back up, MI5, all
Different,
of that.
yeah.
No, I'm joking. But firing people is hard. But if that person knows you as a person, like they knew me, they understood it.
Yeah. That's good advice.
It sounds like even in your, TC era, TC bag, like it sounds like you've also like done a lot of growth within that, like to fire someone like the first time, you must have been like nervous about having that conversation. And then, now looking back, like you're probably like light work, like, well, not light work, obviously, but, the fact that you can say, actually, when you fire someone, you need to let them know, like, that it's not necessarily that they're a bad person, etc.
Yeah, it's just not for the right job.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So, that's...
Like, I just think, especially, the thing is, we're a startup, technically, we're a startup company. If you sign up to joining a startup, it's madness.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Yeah.
This isn't a, 6 o'clock, go home, have dinner. Like, if we got deadlines, I'm ordering everyone Lebanese, we're staying tonight. Yeah, but it's always rewarded. And I like to treat everyone in the company as their own little entrepreneurs. Like, this is you do you. Like, I don't micromanage, I don't say what you're doing. No, like, you're an adult. You do it, you do it. Like, be free.
Yeah.
Like, you hardly ever hear me say no to an idea. Tyra, I think we should do this. You do it.
Yeah.
Tyra, I think we should do this. I have this, like, you do it. Okay.
Yeah.
What about that? Do it. Great.
I love that.
I got an idea for a Tyra creative video. Great. Book studio.
Yeah.
What we're wearing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Freedom. Creative freedom.
I love that.
Yeah.
We need more of that in this world, really.
No, 100%.
Have a lot more great ideas, great things popping.
And like with TC Creative and stuff now, in terms of like family life, like
Amazing.
I see sometimes some wholesome moments on like your Instagram.
I've really changed as a person. Like you guys know me from a long time. I'm not the Friday night out anymore. I think also it comes with age.
Yeah.
You just get a bit wiser and your priorities change. I love my job. I love my team. I love my company. I love my family. I like to just spend time with people that I really love. I like to go on walks with my mum.
Yeah.
I like to call my nan on a Sunday. I like to spend time with my niece and nephew. I like to go to the gym. I like to talk to you on the phone randomly.
Yeah.
About random shit.
Yeah.
Like one or two friends. I'm really. I'm just so content. I'm just happy.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
I think a good question to ask someone like yourself who's very busy and juggled multiple things at different stages of your life. What does balance look like for you now? Because some people say, no, get rid of balance. It doesn't look like anything. I personally think that's a horrible way to look at life. I think balance is very different for everyone. So you being the owner of a company, managing people at the same time as making sure you go to the gym and spending time with all of your loved ones, what does balance look like for you?
There's no balance, it's work. Like if you want to own a company and want to start a business,
the balance is work first, loved ones after.
This is my opinion, yeah.
Yeah.
No, family always comes first. Like, no, family is...
Number one?
Yeah, family's number one. But it never stops.
Yeah.
Yeah, never stops. Might pop into office on a Sunday. I'm going on Saturday because the TV's getting put up in the office. I'm going to go check, Sometimes I might just go and sit for an hour. Like, it doesn't stop. You have to accept it. If you want to start your own company and run it, you have to, you can't.
Is that not your version of balance then?
I don't feel exhausted.
Yeah.
I don't feel overwhelmed. I don't feel overworked. I don't hate it. I want to go on a Sunday.
Yeah.
You enjoy it?
I love what I do. I don't feel like I run a company and I am doing work.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like it. It's just, I'm going to...
Live your life.
I'm going to I call it my chocolate factory.
Yeah.
I'm going to the chocolate factory to play with some chocolate. I'm going to go home.
Yeah.
I'm going to the factory today.
Yeah. On that topic of chocolate, like, we talk about, you got some amazing clients and stuff. I saw you post recently that you've got fixed chocolate as, they've obviously gone viral lately and stuff. How did that come about? How did you end up getting them as a client?
So.
Do you like that segue? It was like smooth,
that.
innit?
Yeah. I was on chocolate, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
That was great. How did we get fixed chocolate?
Did you pitch them or did they come to you?
So we had this thing in our office where we like to try cookies and sweets and do TikToks.
Yeah.
Because it's our happy place.
Yeah.
And about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, we get a bit crazy, we get a bit overworked, and we'll say, guys, let's make a TikTok. Because it makes us happy.
Yeah.
So we'll order Ben's cookies, or we'll just get some, and we'll do a taste test for TikTok.
Yeah.
People love it. It's funny. I just DM'd Fix and said, can I have a chocolate bar? I'm going to make a video for you. That was it. Just wanted to try the chocolate. Everyone was posting on TikTok. Sarah actually said to me, she was like, oh, you've seen that Dubai viral chocolate? Everyone's breaking it and that. I'm like, yeah. I saw it once on TikTok and then it just was everywhere.
Yeah.
I was like, let me just DM them and just see, just make a nice video.
Yeah.
They actually said, oh no, we don't do collaborations and blah, blah, blah. It's fine. Then like an hour or something later, do you know how you can call on Instagram?
Yeah.
The Fixed Chocolate called the Tyra creative page. What? And then I gave her my number and the owner called me. The brand manager called me. I was like, hey, we saw your DM, blah, blah, blah. Like, your content's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to do the videos?
Actually, yeah.
That's jokes. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, great. So it's like, okay, so, do the first couple of videos. Let's see if we like you. So you technically was a pitch. Yeah. So, okay, so, we went into the studio. We come up with some crazy ideas together with the team. Like, it was amazing. Got to try the chocolate. We sent them the videos and she rang me and was like, who the fuck are you?
She loved it, of course.
Yeah.
She was like, you guys are crazy.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing. She was like, nah, I cried. I walked in the office and I cried. I'm like, guys, we were not. She was like, you guys are insane. You're amazing. Like, she was like, I'm so happy I took a gamble because there was other agencies pitching to her. When she saw our DM, she was like, well, hold on a minute. Let me get these people in as well.
Yeah.
So we were up against the rest of agencies and we won.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So now they're our clients.
Congratulations. That's
Yeah.
such a wholesome story as well.
So like whose idea, like what I want to know is like whose idea was it to like create TikToks in the office? Because they're like that that one, that you know, if you didn't do that, like then
I'm giving the whole. I'm giving the crown to Sarah. Sarah.
Okay,
Yeah, so TikTok's amazing. My Gen Z team forced me to do it, and now I absolutely love TikTok. And I am that girl on TikTok that lives in I am that girl. I love it. It's great.
Absolutely love that.
That's a gem, man.
It really is. Just before we close off, do you have any last words of wisdom in terms of professional or personal life that you would love to share with our audience?
One of my biggest things I would say to anyone who wants to start a brand or run their own business or be an entrepreneur is just to be your authentic self. And don't care or think or like listen to what other people say. Don't listen to negative feedback. Don't let anyone put you down. Be yourself, your true self, and you'll do it. Because with Tyra Creative, I've never once changed.
Yeah.
If you look at the captions, if you look at the music we choose, if you look at everything, it's the same.
Your tone of voice is consistent.
Just because we're in a fancy office now, we work with the Dubai Viral Chocolate, doesn't mean I have to be corporate.
Yeah.
I'm saying F you on a post. And I'm also going to put K-Trap on a song. Because this is me. And I will always stay my true authentic self. So that's my biggest advice to anyone. Just be you. Don't ever change. And fuck the internet.
Love that.
Deuces.
Yeah. And so before we go, it's a tradition that we decided we're going to start to ask our guests the same question at the end of the interview.
No, you can't have any free chocolate.
I mean, like we were going to talk about that off camera.
And what do you mean?
But like, so if you could impose one rule on everyone in the world to follow, what would it be?
Be nice.
Yeah.
Simple and so effective.
Just be nice to people.
Yeah.
So then be nice and hook a brother up with some chocolate, man.
I had to sign a contract. Be nice, not in business. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Tyra,
thank you so much for being our first guest. It's been
so
wonderful having you here.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
It's been helpful. Follow Tyra Creative.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
Oh yeah. Sure. You should have said that.
Yeah.
So add it at the end.
We'll put all of the ads in the bottom.
Like, subscribe, and all that stuff that people do.
Oh yeah, all of that stuff.
Down below. Is it going to be upside?
Anywhere you see it.
Anyway, it comes up.
Cutting shapes.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
No.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you for coming. Honestly, it's been wonderful. A fabulous start.
I wish it was a bit longer, actually.
And also, actually, thank you as well for doing the brand for us. The lovely logo we got. It's all her. So
all her.
Yeah.
Thank you for trusting me once again with your brand.
Of course.
I've been your client for 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thanks, guys.
See you.